rinseless wash before I lay this tint down. Make sure it's nice. At least clean the surface a little bit. All right, I'll lay this out here. There you go. All right, same thing here. This is rinseless wash in a bottle. Before we even put the tint on here, we'll give it a little quick, little rinseless wash. If you guys detail, you guys know what this is already. It's made for this purpose expressly. All right, quick wipe. That's what it's made for. All right, don't want to go overboard. Just clean it enough where we're allowed to do what we're going to want to do, which is tint the car. We're not here to wash it or detail it, but this will ensure a little bit of a cleaner install. And so I'm going to grab a bar soap. So I like soaping it. I like using this bar soap straight up. See if it's dry enough. Might need a little bit more wiping. Let's see. Change the angle on the camera a little bit. There you go. How's that? That's better. The surface is prepped clean. Right? Let's soap it up now. Let's get a good, there you go. There you go. Now you might be asking yourself, what is the purpose of the soap? Well, to explain it simply, it's basically so the tint can float and doesn't stick to the glass. And then we can use the heat gun and shape it and form it. Or as we like to say, shrink it. That is the purpose of the soap. Lay your back window out, right? Good enough. Now here's the H pattern. Oh, let me grab my pouch. Let's be on this side. Grab a hard card. Here we go. Heat gun from the holster that Mike made. Very cool. Comes in handy. Here's the back window shrink. Pretty universal is the H pattern. Why do they call it the H pattern? Because it looks like the letter H. Remember, tint likes to be shrunk in a certain manner, meaning the fingers need to go up and down and not sideways. That's kind of what we're doing here. Wait till it moves, and it's safe to hit. And you basically, you work your way down. Hopefully the camera angle is good so you can see what's happening. This is the part of window tinting that intrigues people. They don't really understand it. You don't see a lot of this on social media, and I think it's because I don't think it translates to being visually satisfying as much as the squeegeeing. This part seems, I feel like it's not as interesting. Am I wrong? I don't know. I love it though. This is actually my favorite part of tinting windows, is shrinking it. Actually, I kind of just enjoy it in general. The cleaning of it, the shrinking, the installation. I like it all, to be honest. It's good because that's what I do. Hopefully you like what you do. If you're looking for a career change, we do teach people how to tint windows. We have a tint academy. We got training locations available in upstate New York as well as Dallas, Texas. 2 shops in Texas, 2 shops in New York. If you're out of state, fly in. It's worth it. If you're looking for something new, if you're looking for a change, it ain't just gonna come to you. You know, you're gonna have to make it happen. So, but we're here for you. We got multiple instructors, multiple locations, a great track record with our students. Many of our students have gone on to be full-time successful tinters where they're making their money learning, where they make their money doing what they learn in the class, which is what it's all about, okay? If you're interested, message us, set you up with a class, okay? This is a step a lot of people forget. Hey, clean your surface, make sure it's clean before you put your tint on there. Just these little tiny things will help. There we go. Gotta weed this out. So I'm gonna slap this like this for now, make sure this doesn't go anywhere. Then, one more time, spray this down. There we go. There we go. Get that soap off. I always say to clean this side of it before you prep and install, because you can't see what you're doing unless this side is clean. And I see a lot of tinters that just go on ahead and they start prepping and they go for the install. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Get all this soap off. So when you're installing, you know exactly what you're looking at and what you're dealing with. Otherwise, a little alcohol. Otherwise, it can be tricky. You don't know if what you're looking at is on the outside. Is it on the inside? We don't know. Here we go. One more time. All right. Might as well wipe the whole thing while we're back here, right? I always like to say when you're tinting and you make a little bit of a mess, because it happens, you're spraying water, soapy water. Clean the mess that you made, but more importantly, frame your job. This is where everyone's going to be looking, not necessarily here, but frame your job. This car came in about this dirty, so it's going to leave about this dirty, right? But where we're working right here, it's going to be super clean. When you get to the prep portion of this one can be tricky for the vertically inclined. And this is what we're doing. We're going to just make sure we're thorough. We're not missing any parts of this glass. We're going to try to feel for stickers or any evidence that this thing was tinted. And that's why it's really important to clean the outside, because if you don't clean the outside, you'll never be able to tell what's on the inside. Remember that. Play a little 2000s alternative essentials, some sort of apple mix. Mix it up a little bit, not always just wrap, which is my favorite, by the way. But sometimes you gotta mix it up. It's good. It's good for life. You know what I mean? Switch it up. All right, good. Let's peel this out right here. I like to weed it out on the board, personal preference, and not prior to shrinking. I believe by doing so you can eliminate the sizzle, the clear sizzle. Cypress Hill, shout out, my favorite group. That's right, favorite hip hop group, Cypress Hill. All right, flip this over, let's go for the install. All right, peel the dust in the air. Get our surface nice and ready. Here we go. Let's peel and install. And grab it from here and then just lift up. That's where the brake light is. There we go. Most people do ceramic here in Texas. Why is that? It's the heat. It's hot here. Why cheap out on tint when it's one of the more important things on your car on a day-to-day basis, especially in this kind of heat. The front door just rang. Let me see if somebody walked in. It looks like it. We're gonna be a little bit busy here for a second here. Make sure that lies down. Get rid of that cap. Get rid of this cap. There we go. Let's see. Nobody. All right, here we go. Let's get this installed. I'm gonna keep it moving solo dolo for a little bit till I think Mike's gonna be the first one to get here. They're rocking out in Plano. We got 2 shops, but it's the same setup in both states. One day we'll be at the one shop, and the next day we'll be at the other shop. We're not operationally at the point where we can have all of our shops open at the same time. That's a goal of ours. We are working on it, but for now, this is what works for us. Strategically, a couple different locations to get customers in, and then we just alternate. We switch shops depending on who needs what and where, and then we either team up together or we split the team up. Today, the better decision was to split the team up, but some days it might call for all hands on deck at one shop. I would recommend, if you're in the Dallas area and you're thinking about stopping by, I would say at the very least, call first, because there could be a chance we're not there, and we wouldn't want you to waste your time. That's cool. All right, wipe down, not a final wipe down. I'm gonna do that at the end. Do a final wipe down, get all these panels and stuff. But we're gonna keep moving on because we do have a decent amount of windows to tint on this thing.